What we're going to be looking at today is footage that I captured of a student of mine approaching women for the first time in his entire life. He had never approached a single girl before, ever. And I think this is really cool for a few reasons. One, you're going to watch someone overcoming a lot of anxiety and taking action anyway. And so it's inspiring to watch this guy who's got a lot of resistance. He doesn't want to do it. The emotions are not on his side, yet he's pushing himself through that. You get to see him do that, and I think that's inspirational and will show you what's possible, show you that your excuses are bullshit, and show you that you should be doing this too, right? You should be meeting women too. Why not? If this guy can do it, you can as well. And then beyond that, it's also showing him have some degree of success. He's getting good reactions. He's not killing it. He's not having like a threesome in the bathroom or something like that. But despite him being noticeably nervous, understandably, as anyone would be, and despite his approaches not being the best, every girl is at the very least polite and nice, and they don't seem upset. They're not like, toxic masculinity. Why did you do that? You talk to me? Did you not see the Gillette commercial? Approaching women is creepy. What the fuck are you doing? That doesn't happen. Maybe that'll happen every once in a blue moon, where a girl will be really, rude about the fact that you approached her. But the vast majority of the time, as long as you approach in a positive way, you're going to get a positive response. And you're going to see this guy have successes. Before we launch into the video, if you want a complete guide to be able to do this yourself, even if you've never approached a girl, or if it's really hard for you, or you have a lot of anxiety and stress and excuses, you just can't get yourself to go out and talk to girls and take action, then make sure to click the link below to get my online course, The Spark, which will give you a complete guide. It gives you a complete 30-day challenge to finally overcoming your approach anxiety, overcoming whatever it is that might be holding you back, and just lays out the step for you very simply. And it makes it very easy to follow and to actually start approaching women, start getting dates, and to start getting results. So make sure to check that out. But with that said, let's look at the clip.
Nice to meet you.
I think you're really cute right now. What are you reading?
It's called You. Have you seen the Netflix show?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you can tell he's nervous based on his body language, his vocal tonality. He's kind of interrupting himself. I thought you were really cute, but we all do that when we're nervous. And yes, girls can notice it, but the good thing is generally women do prefer confidence, yes. But some women will find it endearing and charming, the fact that you're clearly not a player, the fact that it was difficult. They can see this was difficult for you. It made you anxious, and yet you still approached. That is going to be attractive to a certain percentage of women. And I actually had a friend who got his girlfriend, who he self-described, he's like, she's a 9.5. She was hot. I mean, everyone has their own preferences. She was objectively hot, and it was like his exact type. And the way he approached her was nervously. It wasn't the best approach, but he still ended up getting her number despite that, got a date with her despite that, and then ended up together with her despite that. So being nervous, it's not ideal, but it's something that you shouldn't use as an excuse. Because first of all, the only way to get over the nerves is to do the thing that makes you nervous, approach a bunch of girls until you're not nervous anymore. But secondly, sometimes a nervous approach will still work. It will still lead to a good outcome.
In your opinion, is it really the show do it justice?
So far the book's a lot more interesting.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I started season 2, so I don't really know what all is going on with. I forget the dude's name, but
Yeah.
no, I just want, like I said, I just want to stop by and just say hello to you. Like to hang out sometime or anything, or can I get a number?
And hey, he's very nervous, but he's still going for the number. He's still going for it. He's still putting himself out there, and that's really cool. And sometimes that's all it takes. Maybe it was a little awkward, but she was nervous in a way where she was attracted. It can be hard to tell the difference, especially when you're new to the idea of approaching women, whether she's nervous because she's like, I'm not into this, or if she's nervous because she's attracted to you. The two things they're different, but it can be hard to tell that difference when you're new. And just being like, oh, could I have your number? What's the harm in that? Right? What's the worst that could happen? She might say, oh no, I have a boyfriend. But then you get comfortable with being someone who goes for it, right? With being someone who takes the shot. And sometimes that's literally all it takes.
boyfriend.
Okay.
But I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Excuse me.
Yes.
And when she says I have a boyfriend, he doesn't say, oh, he doesn't try to like convince her how to deal with the boyfriend excuse. That's something I hear a lot. How do I deal with the boyfriend excuse? Usually that means they have lying as a excuse to get rid of you or because they're not interested. They're still not interested. So the chances that you're going to turn that around when they gave you that clear of a sign of disinterest is low. It's not very likely that you're going to turn that around. So you might as well just be polite, smile, say, have a good day, take it as a compliment, whatever, and then just move on. Think of it like poker, not the most romantic analogy. If you get a bad hand, I think the worst hand in poker, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a 3 and an 8. If you get a 3 and an 8, then move on, fold, move on to the next hand. So when a girl says, I have a boyfriend, that's the equivalent of a bad hand. Why try to push it? Why try to force it to work? Just be polite, have a nice day, leave it on a good note. You could see he left it smiling, feeling good. Overall, he's like, fuck, I did this, right? I did this approach. I was nervous. I went for it. He felt proud of himself. That's how you should feel and just move on. It's not a big deal.
Nice to meet you. Oh, sorry.
Nice to meet you.
I thought you were really cute. I just wanted to come say hi to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You heading back?
The second approach of his life. And that's a very good reaction. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what happened. Despite him being nervous, despite him having no idea what to do because he's brand new to it, that's the kind of reaction you can get as long as you're opening in a positive way. So you're not opening with, some crazy, let's say Julian line like, you remind me of my dog, or look away. Was that a bird's nest on your head? Or is that a hairstyle? I can't. Okay, if you do that kind of thing, if you do something negative, and there was a point when I first started day game approaching girls on my campus, I would say, like, why are you drinking Starbucks? You know that's not good for you. And I would get a weird reaction. And I was socially unaware and I was confused. Why am I getting such a bad reaction? Why am I getting such a negative reaction? I don't get it. Well, it was because you're starting on a negative judgmental note. She feels judged. It's not going to go well. If you ask for directions, you're probably going to get a neutral response. If you compliment, you're usually going to get a positive response. And that's why if you haven't approached many women, that's the best way to start.
You dorm or something? I'm sorry.
I am. My roommate just dropped my lava lamp.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Okay. No, it's okay. She just texted me and she was like, I dropped your lava lamp. It's all over the ground.
Oh, shit.
So I'm just like, mindset of cleaning lava lamp.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Would you like to hang out sometime when you're not cleaning up a lava lamp?
Like, sure.
Okay, so it was a little rushed, right? It was a little abrupt the way he said that. He didn't really, he kind of cut her off in a way. But he's like, hey, would you like to hang out sometime when you're not thinking about the lava lamp? Very short conversation, gave a compliment, and he gets the number.
Yeah, I guess. Are you a freshman too?
No, I'm not.
That's a good sign. So at first she's like hesitant. Sure, I guess, yeah. But the fact that she seems invested, right? The fact that she makes it go so long. The fact that she's like, sure, yeah, I guess, maybe. Are you a freshman? That's actually a very good sign of interest. She's trying to look for compatibility. So that's a great sign.
I'm not a freshman no more. I can't be in dorms anymore.
I'm cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I feel you.
Can I get your number or something?
Sure. Snapchat, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm more Snapchat. I'm so bad at texting.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
If we're being completely honest?
Yeah, I don't text.
Okay.
It's really bad. Like, I get them, and then it takes
You
me
just
like
forget?
3 hours to reply.
How are you better at Snapchat than your text? Cause I Snapchat, I always forget.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm on it more.
Yeah, that should make sense then.
Yeah, texting, yeah.
Every once in a while, I see all my friends having all this fun and I'm not. I'm like, yeah, I think I need to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah, I feel that.
You just
I
put
do
it
that
right
with Instagram.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes. You just not feeling too happy.
Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming. Social media is stupid.
It is.
All right. Yeah, just Snapchat me.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Good luck with that.
I know.
His game was not perfect. There are plenty of things he could have done better to make the interactions more smooth, but it was good enough. Nervous was good enough. Choppy was good enough. Flawed was good enough. I want you to really let that sink in, that even if your approaches, you're like, they're gonna suck. just be positive, right? Give the girl a compliment, start on a good note, make it clear that you're attracted to her and that you have positive intentions. Make that the frame of the interaction. And some girls will be like, I have a boyfriend, or I'm not interested, or whatever. That's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. Some women are going to reject you. But a lot of them, most of them are at the very least going to be positive about the whole interaction. They're like, thank you, you made my day. I wish more guys would do that. I hear that a lot. So that's, even the rejections are mostly going to be a good experience. And then a lot of girls are going to be like, you know what? This is better than Tinder. This is better than meeting some guy on a dating app who it's just purely based on swiping on a picture. It's very mechanical. It's very soulless. This is real, right? This is way more interesting. And because very few men will approach a girl, especially in the day, especially without relying on alcohol, you stand out from everyone else. You automatically, she's got all these Tinder matches, but she's going to remember you before she remembers the Tinder matches. So the ability to approach women in real life gives you an unfair advantage against all the other men who are too afraid to do it, who have these excuses, who tell themselves, well, I'll be nervous and awkward. Even if you are nervous and awkward, you can still make it work. That's what this video proved. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to learn how to approach women in your own life and have a complete plan for becoming someone who can easily see a hot girl, approach her, walk away with a number, or maybe even take her home that same day, if you want an exact step-by-step plan for how to do that, then make sure to click the link below to get a copy of my online course, The Spark.